Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this. Is it still morning? Because I've been asleep. What time is on this afternoon? I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay, I wanted to get a few videos in before I get out because I'm gonna be out for a while. I don't know if when I get home I already know I'm gonna be tired. Okay, but I wanted to talk about Memphis is bringing in the National Guard, and I did a show. I came on last night over in the middle of the night and I kind of touched on that about Memphis bringing in the National Guard. And I really believe that it is necessary. And I know a lot of people have been going back and forth. They was like, well, it's going to be hard on the Junebug them. If Memphis bring in the National Guard, it's gonna be hard on everybody. But I think at this point, with so much crime, so many people being hit, uh um car thefts, folks going up in restaurants, going all up in casinos down in Mississippi. Okay, but hell, I hear they going from Memphis, coming to Mississippi, going down to the casinos, robbing the casinos with people in it, like holding the casinos up. Like it is absolutely crazy. So I think it is necessary. And I saw that I believe the state senator finally they got him to write up a letter to the governor so that the governor can um approve it, right? So that the governor can approve it. Um, yeah. And I do believe he has this the governor has to be the one, the state governor has to be the person to approve it because I believe the National Guard has to be paid. And the funds will come from the governor if I'm correct, right? And I do believe that I am. But I think it's sad that it has gotten to this point where Memphis has become the lawless city and people are just doing things, right? They're just doing things and it's extremely unnecessary, right? And so, as long as they know, because the politicians, as I've said, are just kind of sitting back, letting it happen. They're talking about, well, we need to talk about rehabilitation. Well, it ain't nothing to rehabilitate. A lot of these people have lost their minds. They don't have any respect for life. They don't care about anything. They breaking up into stores. They hell I somehow now they can go through brick walls and break up into stores. I mean, they taking trucks and just banging into the brick walls until they knock the wall down and going up in these folks' stores and hitting them up. And there's got to be some repercussions. And I think because they're getting a get out of jail free card, um, I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she kind of reminded me when I was talking about how the district attorney is just kind of letting people just back out. She says, "Well, now remember, now he does not have jurisdiction over juveniles. That's Judge Tarek Sugarman." And he's letting the juveniles back out, and it's a lot of juveniles committing crime. And you're right, we've been putting it all at the feet of Steve Morrow, in which we should put a lot of stuff at his feet. But there are a lot of juveniles that are being let back out, and so, like I said, as I've said before, it has to start in the home. Like nothing is going to change until people start governing their home. And I know we can do the best that we can sometimes with our children and they still go wayward. But when you build a foundation, okay, when you build a foundation, there's still some things that they just won't do. They have released all types of drugs and stuff into the Memphis neighborhoods, like fentanyl and things of that nature. These folks are getting high up out of their mind and they just don't care. They say, well, there are jobs everywhere. I don't know if there are jobs everywhere or not, but I do know that there is poverty everywhere. And I understand that poverty ignites crime. So, um, there are two things that's going to have to happen for Memphis to move better. Okay, they're going to have to it's going to have to start in the home. Junebug and Bonquisha and all them that we keep upholding because they are kids and stuff, and we turn the blind eye, we're gonna have to start holding them accountable. Okay, when Bonquisha walk in with a bag full of money, okay, we're gonna need to know what Bonquisha get it from. Well, Bonquisha got a main. Bonquisha 16 years old. Where she got a main at? That's giving. Is he grown or something? Who is he? That's giving her bank rolls of money. But instead, when a lot of these parents are benefiting, they are turning the blind eye until one of their kids are taken out. Okay. So there's going to have to be some accountability. As I said before, it makes me so mad when I hear people say, well, the police ain't doing their job because they won't make little Rufus. It's a curfew and little Rufus 15 years old. My son, little Rufus, 15 years old, and he ain't in the house. I don't know where little Rufus at. The police ain't doing their job because it's a curfew. Well, you expect for the police to have more control over your child than you? That's the reason why I say, y'all, we got to stop outsourcing our responsibilities. It don't make no sense, right? So, yeah, bringing in the National Guard isn't really at this point. It is imperative, and I knew that it was gonna happen. I hate what happened to the doctor that just moved to Memphis. They said about 2 or 3 months ago, that works for he was working for St. Jude. And I want to pull up, let's see, I want to pull this up about the doctor. Yeah. Here it is right here. Here it is right here, y'all. It's sad. It's sad on so many levels. What is wrong with people? And they doing it because they feel like they're going to get away.
Tonight, we're learning more about the St. Jude doctor who was shot and killed in downtown Memphis. Memphis police say Dr. Alexander Bulikov died protecting his wife and baby girl. Police are calling it an apparent robbery turned deadly.
This happened as the family of three was out for a walk in downtown Memphis this past Sunday evening. Tonight, we're taking a deeper dive into Dr. Bulikov's accomplishments as a researcher.
Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson is joining us live tonight from where that senseless murder happened. Daniel, you learned today that the Bulikovs had just moved to Memphis 3 months ago.
That's right, Daryl and Darcy, good evening to you. Good evening to you at home. This is a sad story any way you look at it. We have learned that the husband and father moved here to do research at St. Jude. We've also learned that he was well on his way to becoming an accomplished scientist.
We're now getting our first look at the Bulikov family, the husband, Alexander, the wife, Anastasia, and their young daughter, Barbara. 32-year-old Alexander Bulikov was shot and killed Sunday while the family was out for a walk in downtown Memphis. Police say Alexander handed 23-year-old Marius Ward his wallet during a robbery, the wallet containing his ID, documents, and his Discover credit card. Investigators say Ward then pointed the gun at the doctor's wife, asking for her property as well. That's when officers say Bulikov stepped in defending his wife and daughter. Struggling over the gun, it went off, wounding Bulikov. All of this happening while police say 22-year-old Brandy Rucker, the getaway driver, waited for Ward. Police would later take the two into custody. A GoFundMe page now set up for the wife and daughter sheds light on what brought the Bulikovs to Memphis, saying they moved to the city in July. Alexander joined St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to begin a postdoctoral fellowship. Alexander worked as a postdoctoral researcher at SUNY Downstate Health Sciences University. Prior to that, he worked as a researcher for 5 years at the Research Center of Biotechnology in Moscow, Russia. His LinkedIn page shows he has a doctorate degree in biotechnology and biochemistry. He got that from the Research Center of Biotechnology. He got his master's degree in chemistry from Moscow State University in 2013. The GoFundMe page says the wife, Anastasia, worked as a research assistant in a lab at Columbia Medical Center in New York, but had not yet started work here in Memphis.
As we bring you back out live,
Y'all, this is absolutely crazy. Just had moved here 3 months ago. to Memphis, and then this happens. I do believe this is what prompted. And hey, I feel like the National Guard should have been brought in, but I do believe this is what prompted them to go ahead and start making preparations to bring in the National Guard. Hey, like I said, it should have been brought in. If they had brought it in when all of these black on black crimes was happening and getting Junebug and them off the street when they was taking out all these black people, then I believe the doctors who moved here to do a good work would still be here. But either way it happens, it never. I'm glad that it has happened, but I hate that it happened to this doctor. They take him out trying to protect his family. Now you got this black girl, that's probably got children. Okay, because she's gonna be charged with the exact same thing. Okay, now you got her who's getting ready to go away from her children, and ain't no telling what's gonna happen with that. But y'all, this is sad on a whole nother level. And that's the reason why I say people's feet have to be held to the fire. We all go through stuff. We do, but people know right from wrong. But it ain't gonna get no better until the upbringing in these households is better, until mama and daddy stop turning a blind eye, okay, and okaying and participating in activities that they know are not conducive to their children. When Junebug bringing money home, when Junebug stepping in with jewelry, pulling up into your driveway with new cars and new trucks, and you turn the blind eye. Well, he said, "Mom, I need to hide this car in your garage." You already know why Junebug hiding that car in that garage. It's stolen. That somebody, if it ain't stolen, somebody has went and got Junebug a car, and he ain't got no job, so he's getting the money illegally. People are turning the blind eye as long as it is beneficial to them, and it's got to stop. Then when the tables turn, they want people to rally and talk about, well, my son and my daughter was good. They just got caught up, and maybe they was. Okay, but you want people to rally when something happens to them. You want people to pay for funerals when something happens to them. Okay, the story changes, the energy changes when something happens to them. But as long as they're out there doing this dirt, and you already know that they are doing the dirt, okay, nothing happens, right? You turn the blind eye. But anyways, rest in peace to the doctor. I'm happy that Memphis is the governor, the state senator, I believe, is waiting for the governor to approve, okay, the funding for the National Guard. I think that is necessary. I think it is long overdue. It was necessary a long time ago, right? Because it is just too out of control. And I get to thinking about, when the National Guard is out there, and I do believe they be in them tank trucks and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I hope, because it's so many drugs on the street as it relates to Memphis, and the criminals have just absolutely lost their minds. Okay, so I can just see, these criminals, hey, trying to thinking that they're gonna pop at the National Guard in them tank trucks. Okay, and see that's it. That's why a lot of these parents don't want the National Guard in Memphis, because they want Junebug and Bonquisha, okay, and Lil Ruru and all of them, Lil Boo Boo and Buki and all of them, to be able to commit crimes comfortably without without there being any responsibility. They want them to do it safely, because see, Junebug going and he robbed that store, he bring us some of that money back. The National Guard may take him out, and I ain't gonna be able to. He ain't gonna get the money back to me. Y'all, there has to be a change of mindset in our community. And it ain't gonna get no better until our mindset change. So I think the National Guard is absolutely imperative. It is long overdue. So I'm hoping that it is approved. Okay. But I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. I also want to say this, that I didn't get a chance yesterday because I had so much stuff going on this last week. But I am still, to those that sent me money, I am still going to go over to the seniors' homes and get their names. I am going to give you all calls. Y'all know I had a lot going on. For those of you that would like to participate in Adopt a Senior, I will let you all know, because this is something I do every year. They always like socks and cups and things of that nature. I will let you all know how many seniors are at the senior home. And what I would do is I would take a picture and put it on their bag and take pictures and let you all know what your funds buy for the seniors. They normally like socks and mugs and gowns and blankets and stuff like that, knitting stuff, puzzles and stuff like that, because they're at the senior home. But if you would like to participate, you can reach out to me on Facebook. I definitely appreciate that, and I will definitely have the documentation to show you all, so that you will see exactly what it is that I'm doing as far as the people that want to participate, because I don't want people to say we gave her something and she didn't do what she's supposed to do. I always do what I'm supposed to do as it relates to when somebody is donating something. I am accountable, okay? But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.